Hello all. In the last video we saw about variables. I've just sorry, like we saw about math operations. We just saw about addition, subtraction, and other things. And this video we'll see about variables. Anyway, let me just exit this IRB and let me just clear my console so that it looks fresh, right? And yeah, there is this full screen. Yeah, now it looks good. Let me clear it again. Yeah, fine. Okay, so I'll just launch this simple prompt, and there you have it. Okay, rather than writing like 1 plus 2, now I'll just write something like this, like a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2 and a plus b, and it gives the same result as 1 plus 2, right? And so what we have done here, so this thing is called variables, like very similar to variables in algebra. So by using this equal to operator, we are pushing this value 1 into this variable a. Just imagine a as a bucket and we just put like one marble in it, right? And b is another bucket, we are putting two marbles in it, and we are just counting the total number of marbles. Okay, a plus b. Similarly, we can do this like a minus b, right? And yeah, it's minus 1. 1 minus 2 is definitely minus 1. So similarly, we can do whatever operations we want. Okay, this is a multiplied by 5. So okay, that is 5. That's because okay, like a is 1 and 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. So this is variables. Okay, a is taking the value of 1 now. You can even assign it to some other value, like a is equal to 7, right? And now we just put like a plus b. So now a is 7, right? And b is still 2, right? We haven't reassigned it, right? So it becomes 9, right? Okay. So let's do a very simple math problem, right? So we have a field. That field length is, or we just have a rectangle. Its length is, okay, let's say 9 units. Its breadth is 12 units, right? So we need to find the area, right? So what we just do is, like, area of a rectangle is what? Length multiplied by its breadth. I don't know whether I'm spelling bread properly, but anyway, pardon me if I'm not, right? Anyway, like 9 times 12 is 108, right? So, rather than just, putting output like this, what we can do is, like, we can have another variable, area of rectangle. Okay, why do I need to compute area once again? Let me just do this perimeter. Perimeter of rectangle is what? It's 2 into length plus breadth, right? BREDTH, right? Okay, yeah, fine. So, right, so if I type uh, perimeter of rectangle, right? So now I get 42. I can use this in any other calculation, and it's far more easier to remember than 42, right? So the okay, this is how variable works. You can assign something to variable, and you can do some calculation or whatever operation you would do on that stuff, right? So if you assign 1 to a, you can do whatever stuff with a which you can do with 1, like addition, subtraction, or whatever, right? Okay, so and there are certain rules for variables, right? A variable should always start with a letter or an underscore sign. Look, this can be a variable, underscore b or underscore z can be a variable, right? Okay, so underscore z plus 1, right? Okay, but this cannot be a variable like 1 meter, right? This cannot be a variable. It gives an error, right? So I can't start variable with a number. I can start with a small letter or an underscore, right? That is any letter between A to Z and underscore. Okay, I think we are almost done with variables. So, and another thing is like variables can't have spaces. We can't have like perimeter of rectangle as a variable, right? Is equal to 54. No, that's an error, right? Instead, what we can do is like, okay, perimeter. We rather than having spaces, like we can give underscore here. This is how we code in Ruby, right? So variable cannot be separated by spaces. Instead, that is like if a variable consists of a lot of words and if they need to be separated, you can use underscore to separate them, right? Uh, so this is very basic stuff about variables, and in the next video we will be doing some mathematical operations with variables. And anyway, thanks for watching.